Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of CoCo Show Plays. I'm Amigo Aaron. Tonight, as Halloween draws near, what better time to get your Poltergeist on your CoCo. So tonight we're going to do a quick run through of the scary, disturbing game Poltergeist, based on the 1982 film. I've got my Wicco here, nothing scary about that. Let's get it on, shall we? Alright, let's do this thing. So, Poltergeist, a great game, I think, based on a very scary film that came out in '82. This was a movie that was the story was done by Steven Spielberg, and then directed by a fellow named Tobe Hooper. But there's always been speculation that, in fact, Spielberg did the majority of the directing. But due to contractual obligations to do another film, he could not take credit on this one. I like this, the actual movie title. They've done a good job here on the CoCo. And you can see the box there. Again, you've got Carol Ann touching the TV in a very disturbing way when she would listen to the static and she would hear the creatures, the poltergeists. And of course, if you've seen the film, not to spoil it, but you find out that the family there, their home, in fact their entire subdivision, has been built on an Indian burial ground. And of course, being jerks of the 80s, the real estate people didn't even move the graves; they just took the headstones down. And so the poltergeists were not pleased by this. And this kicked off a series of films. But let's face facts: there was one great film, and that was Poltergeist. There was only one game licensed from the film. And amazingly, the color computer got it. In fact, this is a game I saw quite often in Radio Shacks. It was one of the premier games on the rack, what few games they had. I saw this one almost every time I was in there, and I played it in the store. And thought it was pretty cool, and so we're going to give it a shot here. So we've got the Poltergeist logo here. We'll hit the button. Of course, you go down to that horrible text with the color. I think I just would have went with a background of the same color as the background they use for the thing here. So this game has a cheat, which will, if I get killed, I'll show it to you. So this game is split into 3 levels. The first level, can you gather the things you need to rescue Carol Ann? Now you'll recall in the film, they gather together a bunch of different items, and a lot of those items you'll be gathering in this level. So let's give it a shot here. So there's my little stick man. You can see these little areas here are the items I need. There's a red ribbon I need. So we're going to look around and try to find all these little areas here. Thankfully, these things are static. They don't move. But the cars sure do. And they will run you down. Rope. Okay, I'm going to try to... Oh, okay. So we'll try this again without cheating. Now, the cheat for this is well known and obvious. And this level is sort of cheap in a lot of ways, because you can't see cars coming into these areas here, and you've got to be very careful as you go through them. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to hold the fire button down. Okay, you can see here I've got the fire button held down now. You'll see a difference here, and the difference is the cars don't come out. And then it leaves you free to roam through here and pick up all the items. Again, these are based on the items that they used in the film. And some of the stuff they would use to, like, if you've seen the movie, they sort of open a vortex up into the spirit world to try to get Carol Ann. They find these things are open in their house, and so they throw tennis balls in there, and they use rope to tie each other together so they don't get lost and everything can be pulled out. It's pretty cool. It's a bunch of really scary scenes. So you see that little red dot moving around. We need to get to a house where that red dot's at. There we go. Now this next level always just gave me trouble as a kid. There's no cheating your way through this one. This is sort of the Frogger level. Can you get past the stairs? Now, I don't remember this being a big part of the movie, but it's pretty interesting. They do a pretty good job of turning something into something here. Okay, so we're off and running here. Now, the big thing to get past is this ghost thing right here. Oh, there we go. And we got to go all the way back to the beginning. You don't get it. They don't give you any chances on this game, so we're gonna try it one more time here. I think this time we'll get it. It's funny, the first time I went through this, I beat it right away. So we're just going to go ahead and run through this real quick and try her again. You know, this is the 60th anniversary, this past weekend, I believe, of the Twilight Zone, which is the classic series from Rod Serling that that played in the 50s and 60s. And then, of course, it's been revisited time and time again. There was an episode of that called Little Girl Lost, and it is eerily similar to Poltergeist. A girl falls through a portal in her room to a spirit realm. There's something in there, some sort of creature. I mean, there's no coincidence there. I'm pretty sure that they sort of ripped it off, effectively. I don't know if there's a lawsuit or anything involved in that, but if there wasn't, there probably should have been. Because it was an absolute, like, horking of the gimmick on that. Okay, if we can get past this guy, we'll be laughing. He is tough to get past. We'll try this again. At least they make this easy to whip through real quick. Anyway, our Little Girl Lost it's just a brilliant episode. One of the great episodes of the Twilight Zone. And well acted, and the special effects of it was always an eerie episode. And so if you're in a Poltergeist and you haven't seen Little Girl Lost, I strongly recommend it. I believe it was pinned. I'm trying to think who did that one. Right off the top of my head, I think it was. I mean, I'll have to ponder that for a minute. I'm missing one. It was a great episode. I'm a big Twilight Zone fan. They just had the Serling Festival in his hometown in New York over the weekend. And, gosh, I'd love to go to it. He was a tremendous writer. And I've been showing my son all the Twilight Zones. To try to... Well, all the ones that I think he can handle without losing it. So far, I've gotten him through a couple. Alright, let's give this one more whirl here. By God, we're getting past this one way or another. That red ghost is a hassle. He guards these stairs. It's funny, I was telling Bo the first time when we played this for the show, I whipped right up the stairs on my first attempt. And then now I'm having all sorts of trouble. So we'll play it till we get it. That's part of it. If you haven't checked out the CoCo Show podcast, myself and John Boat of Carshaller have began doing a CoCo show that is just for fun, just about games, and we do it, a couple times a month is the plan. We're getting ready to do a new one, and our first episode, in fact, featured this game. And another game was The Sailor Man, which I did a video for a couple weeks back, and it was well received. I had better success at that than this, I will say that. So if you're in the CoCo and you've not checked this out, boy, I would appreciate it if you'd give it a whirl. We have a lot of fun with it. Maybe if I lure this guy down here a little bit, I'll be able to get up there. Let's get him way down here. Come on, dummy. Well, not that close. Son of a gun. Okay. Well, back to the drawing board. Let's give her another shot. In case you're wondering, I am playing tonight on my TRS-80 Color Computer 3 with 256K, and we are using the brilliant SDC card reader for the CoCo. I have managed through, I grew up with the CoCo. If you know anything about me, I mention it quite often. And so it's a real passion of mine. And I've managed to convert a few people. And in fact, the Mr. Boat of Car himself, who is not a hardware guy, has taken my CoCo 2 and got himself an SDC, and he'll be joining the ranks of the CoCo owners very soon, which I think is great. And I know some of the people in our Discord are hopping on board too, so that makes me happy. I think the CoCo, like I said, it's been underappreciated all these years. I mean, there are a select few that have appreciated it fully. Go. Alright, we're going to go back and do it again. I was hoping I'd have better success out of the gate. But it'll be neat to see to have people that didn't get to grow up with the CoCo and try out some of the new stuff. And a lot of the new stuff I have not seen, and everything I've seen so far has been outstanding. I've really enjoyed experiencing the new software. And of course, like I mentioned the last time I did one of these, the community's been super nice and helpful. You know. Okay, I feel good about this one. Let's give us a shot. Can you get past the stairs? That's what I'm asking myself. I thought I could. That little face has been a bigger pain in the butt than it was the first time I played this. Okay, we got. Oh! We had a foot on the last stair! By God, I will rescue Carol Ann. Let's go again. I suppose I could go through and edit out all these failures and then make it look like I'm a super god. Although if you've watched me play before, you would probably see through that subterfuge. Okay, do I think I've gotten everything? Yeah, I think so. Must be missing something. Oh, there it is. I like the idea that this has 3 little mini games. I mean, this one is no great shakes. It's okay. Of course, here I am cheating at it, but it's never my favorite. Yeah, I'll admit. Alright. Gosh, I thought we had it last time. Okay, here we go. I like the sound on this. It does build suspense. Man, that guy is like, he's like Evil Otto. He has a bead on you. Okay. I think Carol Ann's probably screwed. Now, that question keeps popping up. It's not looking good. Here we go. I was mentioning on the show that this movie has one of the all-time great endings in cinema history. At the end of the film, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen the movie, at the end of the movie, after all the trials and tribulations of that family, their house gets destroyed. They have to rescue their daughter from the ghosts, and sure enough, they end up. The last thing you see is them all beat down and tired, checking into a hotel, and then the very last scene in the movie is them taking the TV tray with the TV on it and shooting it out to the front porch of the hotel room. They're not going to have a TV in the room. They know that for certain. They learned their lesson about the television. Okay. Oh! Oh. Physically killing me here. It's physically killing me. Okay. What? Must have let go of the button. Suddenly, rush hour. Let me see here. Did I forget one? I did. Son of a gun. You can have a little trouble getting into those little nooks. Okay. Now we've got to get down to the bottom of the screen. It's never closed. Oh! Okay. This is more of a challenge. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure there's a pattern to this. Let's see here. Let's just wait a second. Okay. Gosh, had to earn that one, y'all. Okay. Oh, man. I would love to say I could. I just don't know. Yes! Yes! Now that's the way I did it the first time. Just right straight up the gut. Now, this level is interesting and difficult. and we probably want to get one crack at this. A vortex appears, and this demon face comes out. You have to shoot, but you have to be careful not to shoot Carol Ann, which is hard for. It's kind of hard for me to tell who's who. Okay. Okay. Up. And that's it. And you're back to the beginning. A brutal game when it comes to that. And I think that is this game's sort of undoing in a way. The fact of the matter is, I've never finished the ending of this. I'm sure someone that knows the trick can knock it right out, but I never have. And so it's a slog to get back there. I'm going to try to go through it just one last time, just for fun. And if I don't get there this time, we will take it to the house. A very challenging task. The controls on that last level are also a bit suspect. Is that you sort of only have a vague control of the crosshairs. I've never quite understood exactly. I mean, I can sort of get it to work, but your reaction time has to be quick on when that guy comes out, and it's kind of difficult. It's not smooth. Let's just put it that way. It's sort of a mixed bag. Again, I've always dug this game. I like the idea that I like the way it's structured, but in terms of playability, it could use a little help. Okay, here we go. And also having to repeat this stuff over and over, that is a monumental pain in the butt. Ugh. Well, I think that's the ball game, y'all. I wish I'd done better, but them's the breaks. So that was Poltergeist for the CoCo, and it has vanquished me. Unlike the family in the movie, I guess I'm going to be with the dead Native Americans in the ground, pulled down to the dirty depths below. So, thanks for hooking up with me. This is Amigo Aaron. I'll be back for another CoCo playthrough in the future. And until then, adios.